So welcome back to our lab work on spatial information science. I'm Shahab Fazal from Aligarh Muslim University. Uh, Now in this session, we would learn to use a very interesting feature of the spatial information. And in modern day, we all know that there are many sources which have come up in the spatial information science. So we would be using one such source of information. You all now would be using the Google Earth. So here in this session, we would learn to use Google Earth as source of spatial information. It would be very interesting and very communicative also. If you would start using it, then you can incorporate all kinds of phenomena which we use, we look, we observe all the day. We can present it into the spatial, in the context of spatial information, they would be important. So as you all know that Google Earth and OpenStreetMap, OSM, are important free sources of spatial data. And it is very easy to mark the boundaries and digitize the spatial features of interest on Google Earth. But digitizing in Google Earth doesn't solve our purpose every time. We need to export this data into some GIS software to do some other operation on the spatial information which we have drawn through these Google Map or OpenStreetMap. So we need to convert them. So that is why it is very essential to export these data into some GIS software to create more comprehensive data sets, and that can be further used for analysis. And moreover, it could be used for preparing maps also. So this session is intended to describe how to use the products like Google Earth or OpenStreetMaps, OSM, and there may be also Yahoo and Bing Maps to create the spatial data sets. So there are many other options also. So that we can bring into our system, the spatial information system, in QGIS, the open access software which we are using for our lab work. So we would be doing that. We would be bringing the Google Earth map into the QGIS. So before proceeding further, please ensure that your computer is connected to internet. For that, you need to have internet connection. That is the basic requirement for this exercise. So I would suggest you that you first ensure that you have the internet connection connected with your system. That is essential, otherwise you cannot do, because we would be using the Google Earth, so that require the internet connection. So the exercise is to export the shape file to KML format and opening it into Google Earth. So for that we start with QGIS. So that process you all know. Add within the menu bar, add the vector layer. Here we have taken Aligarh district as a base map. So we have named it as aligarh.shape. It is a shape file which is having an area entity. So that we have already created. So whatever area you want to do, you need to have one shape file, polygon area entity in vector format, digitized of any city, any region, any location that you need as vector layer. So that we will add as vector layer. Add vector layer and button. Then you click on the open, and that way you would be within the map canvas, the map would be open. Now right click on the added layer. From here you would just right click, and to convert this layer into KML format, click on save as. And when you will click on save as, then this kind of dialog box would come up here, as you see, and now you just add the vector layer aligarh.shape, and when you will click, you have clicked it open, and when you would be saving as, here you can see, you convert this into layer into KML format, click on the save as, clicking on the save as KML format. and this way this would come up, save vector layer as KML format. So this is known as, so what we will be doing now, we will be saving as the format from Esri shapefile, because in vector layer we would be converting, when we vectorize, it is the compatible format is Esri shapefile. It is being called as shapefile, and Esri shapefile is the format which QGIS understand. So from Esri shapefile to keyhole markup language, that is the KML language, this we would be saving as. So now the save as pop-up window change the format from Esri shapefile to keyhole markup language, which is commonly known as the KML. So this would be the first step of any spatial information on which we want to use the Google Earth. We have to convert it from shapefile to the KML format. So this way it will be saved. To save as tab the navigate and desired destination wherever you want to save it, the folder. And now you have to change the name also, and here we are naming it as Aligarh Google Earth. So we are using G. Now this naming is, only thing is that it has to be unique. It should not be some name which have already been in your folder, so that would confuse. So you need to be very specific, very unique, and that's why we are calling it as appropriate name. The name should be unique and it needs to be saved at an appropriate location in a desired folder. That is what the first step for using the shapefile, converting it into KML format for the Google Earth map digitization. Then what we will do, then you can double click on the saved Aligarh GE map, and when you will be again click to open the Aligarh GE KML will be added as the vector layer. So now earlier we opened in QGIS the shape file of Aligarh. Now we are opening Aligarh, the same polygon but with the KML in the KML format. And when we will click on open, it will this way we would be open it. This way it will be appearing, and when we will click open, the vector layer would be added like this. So this way we have, what we did first was the Aligarh map, and this one is the Aligarh KML format map is also now on the map canvas. So this layer opens up in the Google Earth. This layer demarcates the boundary of Aligarh. So when you will click, it will be appearing like this. So there the layer opens in the Google Earth now, and this layer demarcates the boundary of Aligarh. So the red color polygon represent the area of interest. In this way we will convert any supporting format file, in this case it was the shape file, to KML format by using Quantum GIS. Now you would be saying that where the map has gone, it is appearing like here. You see, this is the red color map which is appearing. So this within the Google map, which is quite large, it is representing almost the entire North India, because it is Mathura is here, Aligarh is here, Hathras is here, and Aligarh is here. So Aligarh is somewhere here. So the polygon which we have saved in shapefile, it is appearing here. When we will zoom in, we will find it displayed over here.